Hello, welcome to Just Vintage Crochet and welcome to another mystery pattern. So we're going to be on a mystery pattern marathon here for a while. I am feeling a rejuvenation for this and encouraged and excited, mostly because this time I'm choosing not to take it too seriously. I'm just going to enjoy it and have some fun. So if you're new to the channel, I have a stack of patterns here that were picked for me, so I don't know what they are. Anything that could give away what these patterns are. There's no context, no title, no pictures. A few of them have pictures, they're just not attached. All the titles and pictures that could exist for these, my son has them. He's the one who picks the patterns out. So he keeps me honest. What we do is we just work them until the end to see what they are. There are some patterns in here that I worked 2 years ago when I first started doing mystery patterns. I want to take another look at them. And we are filling the bowl back up. As I use up numbers, my son is putting a new pattern in the pile and a new number. So this bowl is going to stay full. So you might see a recycling of numbers. Okay, let's see what we got here. Number 9, 5, and 9. So this is another one from a very old book. This book is from 1846. I know that because of the gray background. By the way, most of these patterns, the majority of them are from the 1840s. We have some from the 1880s and a couple from 1912. Okay, this one here, 1846. What do we need? Whenever it says cotton number 10, you know what I do? I just use regular old modern crochet cotton number 10, even though the cotton sizes then are not at all even remotely close to the same as what we have today. Let's see here. Make a chain of 145 stitches, work backwards and forwards. We love that. Typically with these patterns, they want you to work one row, cut, come back to the beginning of that row and work again like a typewriter. First row, 4. Okay, another thing I need to cover really quick. Whatever you know about modern stitch terms, just throw that out the window. These are not modern patterns. This is a nearly 200-year-old pattern. The stitch terms are not the same, and it's also a European pattern. This is from the UK, so the stitch terms are also not the same in the fact that it's not US stitch terms, and I know that the vast majority of my viewers are US viewers. These are early Victorian era UK stitch terms. So a treble is a double crochet. Now, it is true that a treble still in the UK does equal to a US double crochet. We're going to see words, not in this pattern though, but typically you'll see words like a shepherd stitch, that's a slip stitch, and you're going to see the word plain, that's a single crochet. They only used 4 stitches this long ago. A chain, a slip stitch, a single crochet, and a double crochet. They're just all called different things. Okay, let me get my thread. A boring old beige, and this is a number 10 crochet cotton, and the standard for number 10 cotton is a number 7 hook. This is a vintage Susan Bates hook. You know, whenever a Susan Bates hook is vintage, whenever it says made in the US. Okay, it wants me to chain 145 stitches. I love the fact that we're going to work backwards and forwards. Okay, I just put lotion on my hands, so my thread is sticking a little. I should probably just go let my hands dry for a minute. Okay, 145 chain stitches. I will be right back. Okay, 145 chains. I was just looking at the pattern and it wants us to start with 4 double crochet. Now, one thing I have experienced before is that they don't include sometimes, okay, some patterns, maybe not this book, I don't know, so I'm going to be cautious. Sometimes the starting chain doesn't include the stitches you need for the turning chain. So best practices when playing around with these antique patterns, because you can always undo, very easily unravel a few extra chains on the end. Just go ahead and add the amount of chains you're going to need for a turning chain. So I'm going to assume 3 for a double crochet. Yeah, just going to add 3. I'm wondering if I need to add 3 or 2. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, now I have 148 chains. I have more than the pattern asks for. That's a good practice. 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th chain down. You know, I learned this lesson the other day. With chains this little, I'm not going to work in the back bump. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Now if I have any extra chains, I can just ignore them until my project is over and then just simply unravel them by undoing the slip knot and just unraveling however many stitches I need to unravel. So it calls for 4, so that was 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, let's look at the pattern. First row, 4 double crochet. I'm just going to read this out and translate it to modern US English. I'm sorry, not modern US English, modern US stitch terms. These are English terms. Okay, 4 double crochet, 2 chain, miss 2, 1 double crochet. So let's do that. I have my 4 double, 2 chain, miss 2, skip, skip, work 1 double crochet into the 3rd, okay, now it says 2 chain, miss 2, 3 double crochet. So 2 chain, miss 2, 1, 2, and work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2, and 3. At the end, work 1 double, 2 chain beside the pattern. There was another pattern we worked recently that had this exact same wording, and what was discovered by that is when they say work 1 double, 2 chain beside the pattern, that means your last stitch needs to be a double crochet, then chain 2 for the turning chain, but I'm going to chain 3. Okay, or I may even work a stacked single. I'm not sure yet, but that's what the 2 chain means. It's just for your turning chain, which will count as a double crochet in the next round up, next row up. So this is the repeat from here, 4 double crochet to here. So no, I believe the repeat, does the repeat include the 4 double again, or is the repeat from here to the 2 chains? Tricky, tricky. Surely it doesn't want to just start with a 4 double. Or was I supposed to start with 1 like it ends? I wonder if I'm supposed to start here, work 1 double crochet, then chain 2 and work 4 treble. You know what? I bet that's how I was supposed to start. I just betcha. Which means my turning chain, I added 3. So now I'm going to add 2 more for a total of 5. And skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 5? It's hard to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now into the 6th. Now I bet you this is how they wanted us to start. I just betcha. We were supposed to start here. Work 1, chain 2, 4 treble. So I'm going to get my pencil and say this pattern starts right here. Work 1, then chain 2, and then start here. That is what I think. You have to be a mind reader with these patterns, huh? Okay, so now from there we work 4 double crochet. So that was 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. And now we chain 2, miss 2, and in the 3rd stitch over, work 1, chain 2, miss 2, work 3, 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. And then I think we start here with the, no, how do we incorporate the 4 double though? 3 at the end of the work 1. I'd love to know where I need to go from here. Unless it wants us to work 8 or 7 in a row. Do you think it wants us to work 7 in a row? Let's see down here. And here it doesn't talk about work 6 or 5, so no. 2 chain. I can't just keep doing this and not incorporate the 4 double. Maybe I'm supposed to work 7 in a row. See here, 3 double. How would this one start? I'll figure it out when I get there. 2 chain, miss 2, 1 double, 1 chain, miss 1, 1 double, 1 chain, miss 1, 2. Just a minute, I need to study this for a minute. So I've been playing with this a little bit, and so at this point, the way the pattern is written and the way I've worked some of these patterns before, I am just going to assume that where this ends, this begins. So 3 double plus 4 double, 7 double. So that's what I'm doing. Seems to be working. I also undid my work over here and added an additional chain stitch because whenever I counted, I need 2 for the floor. I call the bottom of it the floor. 2 for the floor, 3 for the double crochet, and then 2 up here at the top. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I added a 7th chain on the end, and it opens up much more, and it looks right. So I'm going to keep working this to the end, and hopefully it works out right. Let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So chain 2, skip 2, 1, 2, work 1 double in the 3rd, chain 2, skip 2, and work 7 double in a row. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, let's move on to row 2. I did have 6 stitches on the end I had to unravel. I unraveled 1 too many, so I added another one, and it looks really dumb. But moving on and doing what I've been sitting here tugging at it and pulling at it and pretending that makes it look better. But then whenever I let it go, it just kind of goes like it has no chin. Oops. So I undid 1 too many on accident. Okay. So for row 2, I was looking at this, I was examining it, I played with it a little bit. This row here, I am going to start straight from the jump, right as, well, I guess I could hold it up right for you, right as it's worded straight from the jump. And then I'm going to add the last 2 stitches direct to the first 2 stitches, just like I did up here in row 1. So I'm going to start off with a chain of 3 for my first double crochet because the pattern says to start with 3 doubles. I'm going to work 1 in each of the 2 chains here, and that's going to be my 3 doubles. So that's 2 and 3. Then it says to chain 2, skip 2, 1, 2, work 1 double, chain 1, skip 1, work another double, chain 2, skip 2, work 2. Now that's the end of the repeat, is to chain 2, skip 2, work 2. I'll show you that. Chain 2, see here we have 1 chain, miss 1, 1 treble. We started off with 1 treble. That's this bit we worked right here. And then we have chain 2, miss 2, 2 double. Then I immediately come up here and do 3 double for 5 double in a row, and it does match up. 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which confirms for me that I got row 1 right. Now we start over again. Actually, we already started over again with the 3 double, completing the 5 in a row. Now we chain 2, skip 2, 1, 2, work 1 double, chain 1, skip 1, work 1 double, chain 2, skip 2, and work 5 double in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These last 3 start the repeat over again, so that's a chain 2, skip 2, 1, 2, work 1, chain 1, skip 1, work 1, chain 2, skip 2, work 5 in a row. Okay, I'll be back. I'm going to work this all the way to the end, but this is what it's looking like with my weird no chin, no square burp. That's how it looks. Ugh, it's ugly. I don't care. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I made an error in row 1 and I accidentally worked 9 stitches instead of 7 here. It has thrown this off, but out of pure laziness, I don't want to undo all of this and all of this just to eliminate 2 stitches. So since this is mostly a demonstration of the pattern, how it lays out, what I'm going to do is ignore this and act like I made it to the end of the row. So I'm just going to turn here and keep going. So I ended the same way I began, with 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochet. That's how I ended. So now I'm ready to work the next row. So I'm just going to chain 3 and call it good. I hope you guys understand. After all, I'm not seriously making something here that I need to use or intend to use. This is just a demonstration of the pattern. So I do hope I can get away with this time. And if it puts anything into perspective, I've made 3 videos today. This will be my 4th. So hopefully you can see where I'm coming from. Okay, so now row 3, we want 2 double crochet, 2 chain, miss 2, 1 double, 1 chain, miss 1, 1 double, 1 chain, miss 1, 1 double, 2 chain, miss 2, 1 double. Okay, I haven't practiced with this or played with it at all, so hopefully this will be okay. So we want 2 double. So, okay, I'm going to work 1 into the next stitch over. Of course, I may have to undo this if it doesn't work out. So 2 double, 2 chain, miss 2, 1, 2, 1 double. So that would be in this chain here. 1 chain, miss 1, 1 double, 1 chain. Okay, so that was 2 double, 2 chain, miss 2, 1 double, 1 chain, miss 1, 1 double, 1 chain, miss 1, 1 double. So basically not working over the tops of the previous doubles. 2 chain, miss 2. Am I reading the 4th row? Okay, no, 2 chain, miss 2, 1 double, And then we jump back up to the beginning to make 2 doubles, which will give us 3 doubles in a row over the 5. So omitting the first and last stitch of the 5 in a row. So that's 2 doubles, 1, 2. So I can see what we're doing now. So chain 2, skip 2, which will be this double and this first chain. And yeah, I got it in there, okay. Chain 1, work into the chain. Chain 1, work into the chain. Chain 2, work 3 doubles in a row in the middle of the 5. If you hear music in the background, my son is blasting music. I didn't tell him that I hit record though, to be fair. Okay, so that's the repeat for this row. So I'm going to work this to the end and I will be right back. Okay, now for row 4. I wonder if this is an edging. It's rather thin because there's only one more row after this. So row 4 wants us to start with 1 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. 2 chains. 1, 2. Miss 2. And now we're going to work, I'll show you the write out. We're going to work 1. Oh, heck. Here we go. 1, chain 1, 1 in the chain space, chain 1, next chain space over, chain 1, and into the last chain space. Then it says, it doesn't say to chain anything. So here's the write out. 1 double crochet right here, 2 chains, miss 2, 1 double, chain 1, miss 1 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then it just says 1 double, 2 chain, miss 2, and from the miss 2 we jump up here and we start over again with 1 double. So does that mean, no, I mean I'm supposed to work, so chain 2, and there we go. Doesn't really say to chain 2 and do that, but I'm just going to assume that's what I'm supposed to do. It doesn't say it. It says 3 times and then it says 1 double. So I'm going to go from here, chain 2, miss 2. Okay, so now chain 2, miss 2, 1, 2, and we start working the single or the double crochets separated by chain 1 again. Chain 2, work 1 here, chain 2, and then we start again. 1, 2, 3, and 4 total. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so the 5th row is worked the same as the 3rd. I think this is something that, because this is it. This completes this little point. Now we're going to start the little point again. 1, 2, 3. Or no. You work your 3 stitches here. So the point is going to go down and come out, and it's going to keep doing this. I think this is something that you are supposed to work over and over again. So row 3, row 4, row 5, over and over again, 3, 4, 5, then 3, 4, 5, over and over again to create, if you can picture it, going out like this. That's what I think this is. I don't think this is an edging. I think this just keeps going. So let's get the title and see what it is. Well, Justin says he must have accidentally thrown the title away, so he printed off the whole page for me. It is an antimacassar, so it's not an edging. This is absolutely something that you would keep working until you had a square, and then you would tack that to the back of your armchair or the part of the couch where your husband sits, and where his hair grease, his pomade, would likely touch the couch, it would touch the cotton pad instead. So it's an antimacassar. Awesome. Hey, there's the whole pattern if you want to take a screenshot of that. He said this is a part of a pattern we already have in the pile. There you go. Okay, well, that's that. I messed up. I wound up just cutting off the extra because it was bothering me. So it's neat. Yeah, so you would then start, 3, put 3 here, then put 5, and then 3, and then 1, and then 3, and then 5, and then 3, and then 1, 3, over and over again. And it would create like that. Very neat. Let's see. It would wind up looking something along the lines of that right there. Just going out. Yeah, you can kind of see it here too. Cover up that one right there. And that's about what it would look like, the design. Very cool, right? Okay, I'm done for patterns for the day. It is 6 o'clock in the evening, so I'm going to do some editing, and tomorrow morning, bright and early, I am right back on the ball. I want to make a lot more patterns. I'm going to try to make a couple tomorrow as well. I love you guys lots, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.